Ladies and gentlemen, behind me is one of the first fairy tales that taught us about scammers, and that fairy tale is the stone soup story. Do y'all remember that? I'm gonna break it down real quick because this was actually insane. Okay, so the story is probably from like the 1600s. It was during a time where if you had as much as a paper cut, baby, you were gone the next day, okay? We were not in modern medicine times. So the main character is trying to figure out what they're gonna eat for dinner. All they can do is find this stone and a pot to put some hot water in. But then they get this idea that they would talk to one of their neighbors and make this stone seem like it was a magical stone that would make a magical soup. So they go over to the neighbor's house. They like, girl, I'm about to make the best soup ever. Oh my God, I found this stone in like this fairy forest and it's about to be the best soup. I just wish, if you wanted to try some, you could, but you got to add a little something to it to try it. So for some reason, the neighbor was like, you know what? I would love to try this magical soup. I'll go ahead and add a carrot in there. In case you didn't catch on, it's a regular rock. There is no magic soup. She just made this up. So now they have a rock and a carrot and hot water. Then another neighbor comes down. They're like, oh, what y'all doing? They like, oh, we're making this magical soup. The carrot lady is like, yeah. And there's a stone in there that's magical and it'll make everything taste amazing. I added carrots. Do you want to add some so that you can try some as well? The other neighbor is like, yeah, I'll add onions. So already the stone scammer has at least 85 cents worth of vegetables in this soup for free. Another neighbor comes by, they're like, oh, what y'all over here doing? Because now there's commotion outside. You got 3 people next to a cauldron for no reason in the middle of the night. And people are like, what y'all over here doing? Somebody adds salt, somebody adds pepper, another lady adds milk. They have now scammed 5 people to be able to give them ingredients for a soup that is not going to taste like anything because that stone is not magical. That is until the farmers hear about it. And they're like, well, I have, some beef bones and potatoes I can add. Now, I know one thing for certain and 2 things for sure. You add beef and potatoes to anything, you now have flavor. It actually might have been pork bones, but either way, they now have potatoes, pork or beef bones, onions, carrots, milk, salt, pepper, and a stone. That did absolutely nothing because this person has lied to the entire community. And the moral of the story that they taught us in elementary was, see, sometimes it takes a community to put something together. But all I heard as an elementary student in Detroit, Michigan was, that lady lied to them. She didn't have no magic soup. So now all these poor people have given potentially their last ingredients in their ice box. I don't even know what they was using back then. For you to lie to me? Because a kid like me wanted to follow up. I wanted to know what happened after they tasted it and realized that it wasn't magical soup and that it just tastes like the ingredients that they put in there. Scammers!